Honeymoon photo, 1905, Florida. Facial machine from 1950 that looked like a prop from a sci-fi B-movie. Raquel Welch photographed by Terry O'Neill on the set of Bluebeard, 1972. Leonardo DiCaprio and Shalom Harlow, 90s. Salvador Dali learns to fly, 1955. Marilyn Monroe with a dog for a series of veterinarian ads, 1946, Kodachrome shot. Marilyn Monroe with a broken leg, 1954. Prototype of the American Lunar Rover, 1966. Alfredo Campos and his guerrillas enter Culiacan, Sinaloa, United Mexican States, April 1912. Russian traditional clothes in the 880s. First experiments with air defense, Germany, World War I. Joe Biden in the 60s. Messerschmitt Kabinenroller, designed by aeronautical engineer Fritz Fend, 1950s. Marilyn Monroe in a very early modelling shot, March of 1946. Electronica 50 left and Electronica VL 100 right. Televisions in the Radio Electronics and Communications Pavilion at VDNK RH 1970, Moscow. Demonstration of Power, England 1918. Alaska Airlines flight attendant uniform, 1970s, United States. Air attack on a German convoy in Belarus during Operation Bagration. June-August 1944. Ozzy Osbourne hitchhikes to hell, 1997. During an exorcism of Anneliese Michel, mid-1970s, over the course of 10 months the girl underwent over 60 exorcisms. Her story became the basis for the film The Exorcism of Emily Rose. Japanese children try out toy jeeps with the slogan "Kilroy was here, Japan, 1947. British brewers fill an airplane's drop tank with beer as a gift to fighting soldiers. World War II, June 13th, 1944. Betty Brosma had the most gorgeous figure of the 1950s. Samuel R. Caldwell, first person arrested for selling cannabis, October 2nd, 1937. Jonas Salk demonstrates the first polio vaccine, 1955. Natalie Wood minns fortil. The Colossi of Memnon are giant stone statues of Pharaoh Amenhotep III, Egypt, 1910. American Artillerymen, a living collage commemorating victory in World War I, Germany, 1918. Queen Victoria on her deathbed at Osborne House, Isle of Wight, in January 1901. She'd asked to be buried in her wedding veil. Suffragists boarding a bus as part of a large-scale procession from New York City to Washington, D.C., 1913. Salvador Dali bandages a dancer named Charlotte for his surreal dance performance entitled The Dance of Accidents, California, 1941. Father throws baby into the air, 1969. Oath of Allegiance of the United States Army Auxiliary, American Samoa, 1940s. President Reagan shaking hands with Clint Eastwood before the Take Pride in America event in the Oval Office, 1987. A black man's effigy in front of a school entrance, Texas, August 30, 1956. Servicing an animated caveman puppet made for the 1964 International Exhibition. Robert Duvall holds Marlon Brando's lines on the set of The Godfather, 1971, United States. The actor disliked memorizing his lines, preferring to improvise and use cues. Inspection of the wreckage of the downed Lockheed U-2 aircraft, May 1, 1960, Sverdlovsk region. A pilot watches as napalm hits positions, 1962, Vietnam. Electric cars, 1910s. Democratic Senator Robert F. Kennedy of New York runs through the surf with his dog Freckles during a stop in Astoria, Oregon, May 24, 1968. Paris, at the Eiffel Tower, 1889. Interrogation of North Korean prisoners of war by South Korean military police circa 1950. Female models wearing swimsuits and orthoammonium sulfate bags posed next to bagging machines, 1956. Natalie Wood, 1920. Circus performers, 30s. The Avro Canada VZ-9. Avrocar is a disc-shaped vertical takeoff and landing aircraft developed as part of a classified United States Army project in 1959. Boxer Ewart Potgieta stands on circus strongwoman Joan Rhodes, 1955. German soldiers surrender their weapons, April 1945. Testing cosmetics on animals. Typewriter advertisement, 1930s. A traditional Yakut game for boys called Hayach Kostka, unwrapping butter. A London Home Guard member demonstrates a street fighting camouflage made from old wallpaper, 1942. A group of nurses observe a solar eclipse wearing special protective goggles, England, 1927. Taxi with gas cylinders, 1940, London. A London Austin flashlight taxi with gas cylinders on the roof. These cylinders could travel 25 to 30 miles, about 50 kilometres, on a single fill. Contestants in a British beauty pageant wearing Marilyn Monroe masks, 1952. A goose chases P.C. Cliff Cooper and his horse, 1954. Schoolchildren assembling machine guns, Stalinsk, Novokuznetsk, 1943. Norma Jean Baker took selfies before she became Marilyn Monroe, 1940s. Dinamo Zagreb captain Zvonimir Boban attacks a police officer during riots, Belgrade, 1990. a 16-year-old Nicole Kidman in Sydney, Australia. Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio visit the Hiroshima Atomic Bomb Memorial Hall during their honeymoon in Japan, 1954. John Lennon with his former friend May Pang at another party, 1970s. Snack. Jean-Paul Belmondo and the dog Peau de Banane, 1963. On December 14, 1965, a young woman drove a Ford Mustang onto the Philadelphia subway after being instructed to proceed along the trolley tracks. Pictured is a subway maintenance worker removing the Mustang from the tracks. A neck brush designed to clean a child's neck while playing 1950. A 1970s couple disco dancing on roller skates under a mirrored ball, dressed in the era's trendiest styles. German Chancellor Helmut Kohl and Angela Merkel at the CDU Party Convention in Dresden, Germany, December 12, 1991. A tattooed lady at the New York World's Fair, 1939. A column of Panther tanks from the 1st Battalion of the 4th Panzer Regiment of the Wehrmacht moves toward the Colosseum along Imperia Street. Rome, Kingdom of Italy. February 1944. Sappers defuse German anti-tank mines in the Stalingrad area, 1943. Computer room of the 1960s. A destroyed tank next to coffins of Soviet soldiers who died during the suppression of the counter-revolutionary uprising, the Hungarian Revolution, Budapest, Hungary, 1956. Bruce Springsteen getting pulled over for a speeding ticket, 1978. In this 1893 photo, miners are loading an ore car in the Cook's Kitchen mine at Cornwall, England. The photo is titled Engine Shaft at the 406. Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner behind the scenes of Romancing the Stone, 1984. Acrobats, 1908. Enola Gay bomber pilot Paul Tibbets waves from his cockpit. He's about to take off to drop the atomic bomb on Hiroshima, killing approximately 140,000 people. Dutch anthropologists measure the skulls of Frisian islanders to determine the true Dutch, 1912. Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct, 1992. Best Friends 1950s. The eruption of Avachinsky Volcano, Kamchatka, February 25, 1945. A little Ascari poses with an elephant foot. (1965). The Beatles are awarded the Order of the British Empire at Buckingham Palace for outstanding contribution to the welfare of Great Britain. Youth coats with designer embroidery, a prize-winning design at the first All-Union Fashion Festival of 1987. Photo by Vladimir Repik, 1988. Viet Cong soldiers raised the flag over the presidential palace, Saigon, April 30, 1975. Jane Mansfield photographed walking in New York City with her daughter Jane Marie in 1953. Berg Castle, iceberg as a fortress. Photo by Herbert George Ponting, British Antarctic Expedition 1911. The future Russian Tsar Alexander III with his brother and two cousins, circa 1870. Observation balloon, 1918, Germany. Each German Corps headquarters had several balloons. One of them monitored the actions of its infantry units, while the others adjusted artillery fire. Henry Ford with the first Ford car of 1896 and the 10 millionth Ford Car T of 1924. Benito del Oro, a true star of the Spanish circus scene in the 1950s and 1960s, was an outstanding acrobat. Her trapeze performances captivated audiences. Bus from the 1920s. Drying hair over an oven, Kiev, 1958. Photo for a loved one, Paris, 1980. John Lennon, Yoko and their son Sean. Himmler listens to a Norwegian musician, Norway, 1941. An East German policeman uses a mirror against a photographer, 1961. David Duchovny, 1990s. Swimming Pool Moscow, 1993. National American Ballet, August 20th, 1924. France, 1965. 17-year-old John Reno serving in the army. Red Army soldiers at captured German military banners in Germany, 1945. Picture of Gabe Newell playing Half-Life in April 1998, 7 months before launch. Dismantling of the Lenin Monument, Riga, 1991. Uzbeks listened to a radio broadcast in the Red Tea House, Uzbekistan, 1931. Baby Angelina Jolie and her mother Marceline Bertrand, 1976. The cheeks of jazz trumpet virtuoso Dizzy Gillespie. Pictured here is Jackie the Baboon, who served on the British side during World War I, 1915-1918. "19-year-old Charlize Theron, 1994. A fake ship in downtown New York City. New York City officials have come up with an unusual way to encourage residents to serve in the Navy. Monica Bellucci in a Dolce & Gabbana advertising shoot. Italy. Market in Palermo, Sicily, 1997. The battleship Slava after the Battle of Munson, 1917. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Graz, Austria, one of his first contests, 1964. Deborah Paget in Princess of the Nile, 1954, directed by Harmon Jones. Barack Obama lectures on constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School, Chicago, Illinois, United States, 1991. Construction of the Empire State Building, 1930. Dolph Lundgren and Grace Jones in the 1980s. Races, 1911. Pablo Picasso and his wife, dancer Olga Koklova, at the Count de Beaumont Ball. Paris, France, 1924.